So sum number 8, we have that x and y are the centers of the circle, and we know that segment BZ intersect the smaller circle at point A. They're asking us to prove AX is parallel to segment BY. So we are going to look at triangle YBZ. In triangle YBZ, we can say that segment YB is equal to segment YZ, radii of same circle. Hence, we can say that the two opposite angles are also equal. That means angle YBZ is equal to angle YZB. So here we can name this angle, or we can mark this angle as this angle is equal to this angle. Suppose if I write here angle 1 and angle 2, I can say that angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle opposite to equal sides. Then we'll look at the smaller triangle. We'll look at the smaller triangle, that is triangle XAZ. In triangle XAZ, XA is equal to XZ. Again, radii of the smaller circle, radius of the smaller circle. सो इसका ऑपोजिट एंगल अभी हम लोग कंसिडर किया, तो एक एंगल तो ऑलरेडी मार्क किया है पहले से 2, इसको 3 मार्क कर देते हैं. सो हेंस वी कैन से दैट एंगल 3 इज इक्वल टू एंगल 2, राइट. हमको ये फर्स्ट स्टेप कैसे मिला था, YB इज इक्वल टू YZ, रेडियस ऑफ बिगर सर्कल, हेंस एंगल 1 इज इक्वल टू एंगल 2. XA equal to XZ, radius of smaller circle, hence angle 3 is equal to angle 2. From these two equations, we can say that therefore angle 1 is equal to the third angle, angle 3. And these are those two angles which we want to prove equal. Hence we can say that by corresponding angle test, we can say that AX is parallel to BY, because these angles are the corresponding angles, hence proved. So let us start with the step. We are going to consider first triangle. In triangle YBZ, in triangle YBZ, YB is equal to YZ. In bracket reason, radii of same circle. Radii of same circle. Therefore, we are saying opposite angles are equal now. So YB ka opposite angle is YZB. Angle YZB is equal to angle YBZ. Angle YBZ. We are going to write in bracket reason isosceles triangle theorem. We can write isosceles triangle theorem also, and we can also write angle opposite to equal sides are equal. तो दोनों में से कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं हम लोग. So isosceles triangle theorem. We'll underline this. We'll mark it as equation number 1. Okay. Next triangle we are going to consider in triangle XAZ. In triangle XAZ, XA is equal to XZ. Again the same reason, radii of same circle. Radii of same circle. Therefore, we'll consider the opposite angles now. Angle XZA. Angle XZA is equal to angle XAZ. Angle XAZ. Isosceles triangle theorem, in bracket reason, isosceles triangle theorem. Now, in the next step, XZA, I'm going to write it as YZB, the same angle. YZB is equal to XAZ. ऐसा क्यों लिखा? Because I want to match this step with the first equation. And first equation angle Z को YZB करके लिखा है हमने. So I want the same angles, same alphabet, same नाम same होना चाहिए. So इसका reason क्या आएगा? इसका reason आएगा कि हमने extend किया ना line को. So it is Y dash X dash Z. And this side it is B dash A dash Z. इसको हम मार्क करेंगे इक्वेशन नंबर 2. Now we look at equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 और 2 में YZB same है, right? Therefore we are going to say angle YBZ is equal to XAZ. The next two angles are equal from 1 and 2. So in the next step, from equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2. Angle YBZ. Angle YBZ is equal to angle XAZ. Angle XAZ. Now these two angles are what type of angles? They are the corresponding angles. So hence we are going to write in the next step. Therefore, segment AX. Directly we are going to write segment AX. In bracket we will write the reason. Is parallel. Segment AX is parallel to segment BY. In bracket reason. Corresponding angles test. Corresponding angles test. Hence proved. So in this question 9th sum, the given information we have is first one, O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. Second, RS is the chord of the circle. Next, Q is the midpoint of OP. RS is parallel to line L. RS equal to 12 units. We don't have centimeter here, units. To find is the radius of the circle. So to solve this sum, we have to remember the thing which we have studied last year in the 9th standard. 9th standard में क्या पढ़ा था? Perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord, bisect the chord. So here we need to prove that Q is the midpoint of RS because we know the measurement of RS. So if we can prove that, show that कि Q RS का midpoint है, तो RQ हो जाएगा 6 और RS QS हो जाएगा 6. करेक्ट? 12 का आधा. हमको फाइंड क्या करने का है? हमको रेडियस फाइंड करने का है. तो कोई भी एक रेडियस हम लोग ड्रॉ करेंगे. या तो OS बनाओ, OS को ज्वाइन करो, या तो OR को ज्वाइन करो. हमने OS को ज्वाइन किया. तो अगर हम प्रूफ कर पाए कि ये 90 डिग्री है, जो कि दिया नहीं है, हमको प्रूफ करना है, तो हमको क्या मिलेगा? इधर QS का मेजरमेंट हमको मालूम है, बराबर. नेक्स्ट इज द रेडियस वी नीड टू फाइंड हियर, दैट इज OP इज आल्सो द radius of the circle. Okay, so if OP is the radius of the circle, if we assume OP as X, so we can say that OP is equal to OS is equal to X. Radius को हम लोग ने X लिया. OQ, what is OQ then? OQ तो हमको मालूम पड़ना चाहिए ना पाइथागोरस थ्योरम यूज करने के लिए. OQ का वैल्यू should be there with us. So if we think what is OQ, Q is the, इधर कुछ मिड पॉइंट के बारे में दिया था हमको गिवन में. they have said that Q is the midpoint of OP. Q is the midpoint of OP. Okay, so if we consider the radius as X, OP is also the radius, बराबर. तो अगर OP radius पूरा X है और OQ जो है वो OP का हाफ है, क्योंकि Q is the midpoint, तो OQ क्या रहेगा? OQ will be X upon 2. So that means OQ is x upon 2. So after showing all this thing, we can use Pythagoras theorem in triangle OQS and we can find the value of x, that is the radius. How to start with the sum? How to show that OQ is 90° perpendicular? So here we are starting with the step parallel. We know that RS is parallel to line L. It is given in the question. Correct. So RS is parallel to line L. Therefore, angle OQS is equal to angle O P. Now we have to name something here. We have to name something here. So I am writing here M. So angle OQ is equal to angle OPM. In bracket reason, what type of angles are they? They are the corresponding angles. Okay, we'll mark it as equation number 1. Now, we know that angle OPM is 90°. ऐसे कैसे मालूम पड़ा हमको angle OPM is 90°? Because radius is always perpendicular to tangent. So radius is perpendicular to tangent. Either we can write this reason or we can write tangent theorem. Radius is perpendicular to tangent. Okay. So therefore we can prove that angle OQ is equal to 90° from 1. Angle OQ, sorry, this is equation 2 we will write. Angle OQ is equal to 90° in bracket reason from 1 and 2. So hence we have showed that the OQ is perpendicular to RS, right? Now before we use the Pythagoras theorem, we are going to assume the radius. Let radius which is OP and which is OS, let both the radius be x. So since Q is the midpoint of OP, since Q is the midpoint of OP in bracket reason given, since Q is the midpoint of OP in bracket reason given, therefore, in the next step we will write therefore OQ is equal to, therefore OQ is equal to half of OP. Therefore OQ is equal to half of x. Therefore OQ is equal to x upon 2. Okay, so we got OP also, we got OQ also. Now we will find QS. Let us find QS. So here we are going to write since OQ is perpendicular to chord RS. ये हमने prove किया ना. So therefore Q is the midpoint of RS. Q is the midpoint of RS. Q is the midpoint of RS. इसका रीजन क्या आएगा? Q is the midpoint of RS. इसका रीजन 9th standard का आएगा. That is perpendicular drawn. We have to write the full statement here. Perpendicular drawn from the center. Perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord. Bisect the chord. Perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord, bisect the chord. Therefore, QS is equal to half of RS. Therefore, QS is equal to RS. We already know in the sum, 12 units. Therefore, QS equal to half of 12, that is 6 units. That is 6 units. Now we got all the three sides of the triangle. So we are going to use Pythagoras theorem now. So in triangle OQS, angle OQS equal to 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, let us use Pythagoras theorem and find the value of x. So it is OS square is equal to OQ square plus QS square. Therefore, OS is x square is equal to x upon 2 the whole square plus QS is 6 square. Solve this and we will get the value of x. X square upon 4 plus 6 square, that is 36. Therefore, x square minus x square upon 4 is equal to 36. Therefore, when we cross multiply, we get 4x square equal to 36. So it is 3x square upon 4 equal to 36. Therefore, x square is equals to 36 into 4 upon 3. 3 ones are 3 12s are. Therefore, x square is equals to 12. We will write it as 3 into 4 into 4. So x is equal